Viewers, please be advised that the Sonarfeed is an uncensored broadcast and may not be suitable for all audiences.
He is the creator and sustainer of all the worlds, whether those worlds are known or unknown to mankind.
You are listening to the Sonarfeed with your host, Aaron Sonar Riley, Adam C. Smith, and Lee Rail. The Sonarfeed comes to you live over Ustream from the Berliner Pub in Renton every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Previous episodes may be found online at rats.org/Sonarfeed, on YouTube or on iTunes. Now, without further delay, I give you the Sonarfeed.
You're a rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch girl.
Let's go time.
And hello, we are live with Sonarfeed.
Look
we
at that.
Very, very, very excited for you to be here.
Hi, Def.
Hopefully you can hear us okay and see us okay, those of you that are listening later or watching later. We have a couple of new features this week, obviously, as you can see. So we are going to talk about a lot of good stuff this evening. We are going to talk a little bit about what happened last week, a little bit about what's going to happen in the week ahead, and we have a special guest tonight. We talked about a special guest online, but I decided at the last minute to switch it up, and the new special guest is me. I'm just going to talk the entire show without anybody else on here.
Jesus, really?
No.
We couldn't get who we wanted, okay?
So we have a wonderful guest, Dom Dismuke, which hopefully Dom, it's Dismuke, right?
Yes,
Am I pronouncing that right? Beautiful, very
Yes.
good. Okay,
You have a
I thought it
card?
was. He'll be joining us in just a little bit. We also have Gervano,
Kyle,
which by now you know his name. It's out there. Everyone knows his name.
Yes.
So it's Gervin. We'll call him Gervin with a zero.
With a zero.
Gervin with a zero,
not an O.
So we will have him come on in a little bit as well,
shoulder.
talk a little bit about the future, obviously with Dom as well. So with that said, I am Aaron Riley at Sonar Riley.
I'm looking it up right now.
This guy over here
¿Qué
is
pasó?
at Lee Rail.
Hola.
At Lee Rail on Twitter. Adam C. Smith at
Bonjour.
Adam C. Smith on Twitter. And there we go. So, Adam,
Yes, sir.
what's on your mind?
Well, first of all, I'm Adam Christian Smith on Twitter.
There you go, Adam Christian
And
Smith.
I have to have something witty to say right now, so I'll just say I can either turn you on or I will turn you out. That's the bottom line.
Okay. There we go.
And I'm wearing a Berliner t-shirt today because I'm in
yes.
the Berliner Stein Club. This is the first day I've ever worn it. I've already sweat through it. And
So-
if you were watching the pre-show, you know why.
This is the Stein Club. We all have our Steins. They're working on eventually here getting rid of this high-tech tape to have actually engraved.
It'll be engraved.
on here.
I was planning on wearing my electricity kit, but I switched at the last minute.
Yeah.
It's a tough call, you know.
Okay.
Big time like me.
Lee,
Hey, how are you guys doing?
good to see you.
Well, I want to go ahead and say right now, we were invited to let everybody know on the internet that the Get Flocked girls over here, getflockednow.com, they wanted to just say hi.
We didn't deliberate about this.
We didn't, but it's new and fresh. So, but I just want to say I love my Sriracha shirt from the oatmeal.
How much money did you get for the sponsor, Lee?
Don't you worry about it yet.
Live sponsorship
I'm
live.
the marketing
Live
guy.
sponsorship live.
Good.
Anyway, thank you guys
That's
for
a
being
zero,
here.
I guess.
I don't have to give my intro this week.
No. Well, just in case it wasn't, but maybe for those who are joining late, so not suitable for work. If you have kids, get them out of the room or plug their ears or put them in the oven.
We're going to do the
something
best we
where they
can.
can't hear.
Obviously, we have some guests on tonight, so we're going to be a little bit better at certain points of the show and certain parts of the show. Maybe not.
I'm going to try to be better.
But
And by better, he means not really
Not
10
at all.
I'm
inches.
going to try not to curse as much.
So, okay, with that said, what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump right into a couple things.
Woohoo!
One thing I want to talk about again
time.
is most of you have been joining us. We've got new people each week. Obviously, with Dom coming on, that's going to bring in even more people, we hope, because it's a wonderful guest. Great opportunity for something different. RATS. Those of you know, ratss.org. RATS. Randomly Associated Twitter Sounder Supporters. We are all, not all of us, but a lot of us are members of Gorilla. We are ECS. Heartland Horde, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
The Heartland
Two of
Horde?
those three MMA.
North End supporters.
Oh, you said Horde, not Horde.
Horde.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
So
Way to tone
the
it down,
Rats
Lee.
group is really just there for all of us that were on Twitter. It started as a Renton area group, and we found that other people actually liked us, our nonsense for some reason, and so people have started up their own little groups all over the place.
There's 6 chapters.
6 chapters.
6 officially
Six
recognized
official
Rats
And
chapters.
you know what the biggest one is?
Cardiff, Wales.
Renton.
Yes.
Cardiff, Wales.
Cardiff, Wales. Okay.
Cardiff, Wales,
Yeah.
El Salvador.
Yep.
Yakima.
Yakima's in there. Yeah, right up there with Cardiff.
So-
It's Yakima, Washington.
If you go to rats.org, you can find all the stuff on our podcast up there. We are also working on the background. Mr. IT Bitchfail over here has been working very hard on some stuff that we'll be releasing in the next 2 weeks or so. That will show you some neat stuff. You can see, obviously, hopefully, we have a brand new camera the last couple weeks. We have a new hardware. We have new mics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So all kinds of good stuff coming for you. We're going to keep listening to your feedback. We appreciate it. So with that said,
Boom.
Facebook now has
Sonar
against
Feed.
Adam's request, we have gone on Facebook.
Yep.
I fought it all the way, kids.
Sonar Feed is a TV show. Like it, love it.
Yeah.
I
Tell
usually
your
win,
friends.
too.
So, yeah. Okay, with that said, let's go back to the week that was. Let's start with a chronological order of the week, how the week happened.
So that would be
Okay.
men's national team on Wednesday.
Wednesday, that was. You're right, yes.
Yeah.
So let's talk quickly about this.
Yeah.
I
Men's
was down-
national team goes down to the Azteca.
I was at the Berliner for
You
that
came
one.
out here.
Yeah,
You were here?
Yeah, I was here.
I
I
streamed
invited
online.
everybody down.
I was
But,
actually watching it at home.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it was a craptastic game. It was not a good game to watch. It wasn't pretty. It was not a fun game to watch. Our first half was completely miserable as a US side. I gotta say, it was just a miserable game to watch until about the 75th minute.
Right.
Breck Shea checks into the game,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, his little beaver mullet, whatever it is, whatever he's got,
It's like an Iani light.
he does a run down the left-hand side, somehow skirts 3 defenders on the Mexico side. My boy, Terrence, just like
Your
little
boy?
back heel, yeah, plays for my team in
That's
Austria.
cool. All right. I like
Little,
that.
little back heel. Next thing you know, some guy from the 2nd Division Mexico plays with the U.S. team. What is it? Is his first half cap?
Yeah.
Just knocks it in, tink, and we win.
Yeah.
First time, 75 years, 25 games,
It was
done.
kind of San Jose semifinal US Open Cup type with the goal, just kind of mean.
It was,
Yeah.
but
And
it
then we were
it
hated.
was not Cordell Cato
I was
this
afraid.
time.
I was afraid I was even going to get out of here alive, much less any Americans that were in Aztec.
Well, what bothered me is listening to was it Grant Wall that was saying how much
Yeah,
the
and
fans
Lawless,
were
too.
just
Yeah.
dumping like bottles
As
of
well
piss
they
and
should have.
everything
Oh,
else.
sorry, no.
No,
No, we don't do
I
that.
mean, that's okay. So I was actually, my daughter was in cheer, and I was at cheer practice, and so on the iPhone,
On the Sonarfeed phone.
on the Sonarfeed phone, I listened to, I watched the game on ESPN3, or they call it Watch now,
Yeah.
I think. So I watched that while the other moms were talking. I was watching this. To me, it was amazing. I tuned in right about that time. when
Yeah.
I got there. To see Breck Shea come in, and he didn't score the goal, but he made it, put himself in a great spot.
Energizer.
And got the ball, and it really was.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
a crazy ass run he made.
Yep.
In the MLS, he's probably 6th on the list of hate, but
Yes.
that day,
No,
I'm cheering for him.
Absolutely, all
It's
day
kind
long.
of like Donovan.
So again, it was a friendly. We hope our guest here coming up in a little bit will eventually maybe one day, move there. I don't want to jinx him.
There might actually be
Mexico.
a question about that.
We want him to be on the
when
men's team.
he's
We don't
on
want
there.
him to be on
no,
Mexico.
on the US.
Let's be clear about that.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't
So-
get kidnapped and we'll
all right,
be
so
to go down there. and
jumping
say-
into the second game of the week out of 4 that we're going to talk about.
That was the UW
It was
game.
the UW game.
You two were there for that.
Adam and I went down for the game with Kyle, and of course we ended up sitting with Dom, which was
Jay
great.
Bennett 206 in the room. We saw a whole bunch of people down there.
Jay Bennett's in there. Yep, so
All
Jay
right,
Bennett was
shout
there.
out to everyone.
We had a lot of people.
Schmetzer
show up.
was down there?
Yeah, Schmetzer was cool. It was cool to see him.
He said hi to us. That was nice of him.
The game was amazing. There was one spot that I can't wait to see number 28 come in here very soon.
Number 28.
If you don't know who number 28 is, that would be Dom, obviously.
Yes.
But to see the game, Dylan Tucker scored on a penalty kick in the 55th minute. Then I was down there shooting. I brought my camera and I was filming, or not filming live, but I was taking pictures and the throw in. What do they even call that?
Has that been
Where
named yet?
He did the flip over.
Flip the
throw
camera
in.
over to them real quick so that he can say he doesn't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Well, we can make something up. Why don't we name
okay,
it?
hold
then?
on. I can do the camera over there. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Do you know what the name is? That throw in over
He
here?
just he
Thank
did
you.
like a front flip somersault,
Okay.
threw it in about
Thank-
35, 40 yards into the box.
I'd say please
So a
40.
front forward somersault flip thingy that threw it probably 40 feet.
Yeah.
40 yards, I mean?
Longer than I can
40,
drop kick it.
35 yards.
Yeah, more than I can drop.
Beautiful header of Michael Gallagher in. I mean, it was ridiculous.
He almost kicked me in the jaw when he did this little flip test. That's how close we were. I almost wasn't here tonight.
Oh, lick it.
Yeah.
That'd be better for everybody, actually.
Anyways, we had lots of academy players there. Some current or alums. Some are now U23s as well. So we had a lot of good representation in the game. It was great. The other one I want to mention is James Mulberg, if I'm pronouncing it right, number 15, the freshman. He was, I mean, he just stood out, and I don't know. I mean, it was.
Yeah, he had a good match.
It's just beautiful. He was playing a great game. So I can't wait to go back and watch him again here in the future. Watch him play.
I was just going to
Any
say,
thoughts?
well, just quickly, I mean, you covered everything, thankfully.
Yeah.
But I just, at the beginning, it seemed like the run of play was going against the Huskies.
It did for a while.
Just like the style and the flow
Right.
seemed. But at the end of the day, the Huskies ended up kicking their butts.
Yeah.
And the penalty kick, I got a great picture of it.
Yep.
We'll take it. I mean, PK's PK.
And we'll talk a little bit about this with Dom when he comes up here too. But it is, it's fun to see the UW game. I mean, it's a great intimate crowd. It's not the same environment as Starfire because Starfire is just a phenomenal place. But it's definitely a good place to see a match.
get
And
stepped
I'll
on
be
at
back
Starfire.
again and again this year to watch. So,
Absolutely.
Now let's jump into the Whitecaps game.
Oh my God! I'm gonna go ahead and sit there and say we all have predictions. We were all right.
Let's skip the predictions, okay?
Wait,
Really?
somebody got one. Somebody got it nailed. Somebody nailed the predictions.
Well, usually
Somebody
it's
said
the predictor.
2-0. Who nailed it this week?
He's not here today.
Oh, he's not here today.
No.
Okay.
Let's on to the next thing. Overall feelings on the match.
Winner, chicken dinner. I've been saying 2-0 forever, as you know.
Dang it.
Don't worry, guys.
He
I
says
still have
2-0
a
for
star.
every game, though. In all fairness,
It's just a little warm in here, so I haven't put it on yet. I pulled it up.
Let me let some steam off my bald head.
So there you go. I have my scarves. I don't go anywhere without them. You guys know that. But the game itself was amazing. So I had family in town. I had to go.
What game were you at?
The Whitecaps.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
No, it wasn't an amazing
That was a
game.
shit
I
show.
liked it.
What part did you like?
Well,
I'll
we
get
won,
there.
but the game was a
All
shit
right,
show.
Let me know.
Right. Go ahead. You want to go ahead? Go ahead. Since you didn't like it, go ahead.
No, it's not that I didn't like the game. I
You
just
didn't
thought,
like them winning. Do you want them to lose?
No,
wasn't
I
a goal.
love them
Record.
winning.
It's not like there was some
You're good.
super goal.
Hi, man. Everybody say hi to Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for taking care of us.
No, I thought the game was great. I didn't think that.
Was it great or not?
No, it was good.
Just kidding.
It was great after the 68th minute.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Before the 68th minute, it was kind of a lot of back and forth, and there was good possession play. I didn't think it was a solid
shit show.
game. I didn't think it was a shit show. I mean, Joe Cannon had a couple of good saves.
Yep.
Sperning had zero saves.
Because he didn't need one.
So,
Yeah.
but the entire game was played at the center line.
Yeah.
And the referee lost control of the game 4 times in the
Yeah.
first
Oh
half.
yeah. Oh no. So you got to talk
So-
about the referee. I mean that ref.
Well, I mean that's the game right there.
He was the one thing I will say positive about the ref is that he was he was consistently bad.
Yeah, he
He
was
missed
consistently
handball. I mean, handball after handball on both teams. I mean, across
He didn't
the
get a
board.
fluffy crap about anybody,
No.
either team. He just got it
And
right.
it could have been dangerous had it been a San Jose or had it been a Kansas City even.
Sure.
It could have been a dangerous game. But it was our friends from the north, and our friends from the north
They-
are very patient and friendly.
They put up with it, just like
I
we
will
did.
say it was nice to see. It was nice to see the entire pie cut full of white and blue.
It was.
Hats off.
Hats
To
off.
Vancouver for
Even
their
though
support.
a bus didn't make it down.
Yes.
So
Got
we're
40
sorry.
people.
We're sorry to the Southsider fans who got kicked out of 2 bars.
Which that, if you have not read that article, I know BM Vaughn, I think Lickett may have done it as well earlier, tweeted it out. That was a great article. Have you read that article yet?
Yeah.
That was a great article about the Southsiders' point of view and what they were treated well. Somebody tried to, bring a beer into a bar, which you don't do that.
You just
obviously.
thought,
you
yeah.
do
I
that
mean,
in Canada?
that's just bad.
I don't know. Maybe
you
you can, I don't know.
I don't know if you can do it in Canada.
It's fine,
But-
it's just bad taste either way.
Well, it's a bad idea. I mean, a flask, sure, you can hide it in your pocket.
But I mean, let's go back to the game now.
Well, hold on. I want to say something real quick. I
ahead.
agree with this. The 1 p.m. start for a Cascadia game.
Yeah.
It's while most people don't like it, it does cut down on all-day drunks.
It
That's
does.
what the comments are here. That people aren't drinking all day long.
And we appreciate that for Adam's sake.
Yes, we do. Wait, have you ever been drunk before?
Never.
Okay, good.
Sir.
All right, so go ahead. So,
So Super Freddy, come on,
yeah,
and 3 minutes on the field,
Drunk
scores a
is
goal.
for drunk people.
right.
Eddie Johnson had a lot of powerful pushes right up through, and I thought he was going to get one in. And I sat there, that one that came over as a cross.
Yep.
From where I was up at 234,
Done
I
deal.
said it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that one was off the
Section, do
defender's
you say it
head.
in again?
230, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, thank you.
Because now you're going to have stalker pictures come out about you pretty soon here.
Lee is in section 234.
I'm in row X, seat 16.
Please make Salazar stalker pictures about you.
Yeah, please.
Ricardo
Speaking of
Salazar.
Salazar, no, that's a whole other show.
Moving
No, I
along,
thought
moving
Freddie
along.
comes on, scores a goal, awesome goal.
Yeah.
I mean, it was beautiful.
Yep.
As a sub.
Yeah, as a sub.
That's what
Again.
Again.
I mean, I thought the starting lineup was pretty solid this week. I didn't think it was.
I was surprised that Freddie didn't start personally, emotionally. I
Well-
wanted that. And I was surprised Mario was not in the 18. Again, personally, emotionally.
Mario?
But I
Yeah,
was not.
Mario shows up to camp for his first day on Friday.
Right, I know.
He's not going to get a Saturday
I
start.
agree, but
This
I
guy's a
wanted it.
demanding guy.
I am.
I like
You've
it.
seen me.
That's why we're
You've
good
seen
right
me.
now.
It's just not.
But anyways, listening to Siggy after the match really, for me, made a difference. Because hearing his comments and his thoughts of why he did what he did, and then having Mario, which we'll get into in just a second, come in and play the reserve match was great.
Yes.
That was a great opportunity for him to play and get in with the guys. You could hear Patrick, etc. I'll jump into his head, sorry.
No, it's all right.
So
I want to
Eddie,
say.
Eddie taps it in.
Yeah.
Off that Brad. Brad. I don't know. Everybody's.
From
I think I
Ozzy
could
to
hear
Brad
Eddie laughing like for 3 seconds
So
before the
did
ball got to
did
him.
anybody pay attention to Brad Evans after he made the cross?
fell over. He was
fell
gassed.
over. He was gassed.
Yeah,
was
he gave
lying on the
everything
ground.
he had. And it was
I am not.
greatest
Everybody
cross.
knows I am not a Brad Evans fan.
Right, he's not.
He played one of his best Sounders games ever because he knew Mario Martinez is gunning for his job.
I predicted 3 weeks ago that Brad Evans is going to be retiring sooner than we think.
I think he is too.
You did.
I predicted that. I think I'm
Right.
wrong, but I think it's.
Well,
that's
I
the
don't want to
same
go into
reason.
that.
All right.
I like Brad. I actually like Brad.
The entire
But
team.
like
ended
Brad.
up-
don't forget Ozzy though. Ozzy got that ball to Brad.
Yeah,
and
no,
that
you're right.
ball from Ozzy to Brad was
The
phenomenal.
Brad ran it out.
He did.
And
I agree.
sometimes he gives up on things like that late in the game when
Yeah.
you're gassed.
The entire game. I would say the last 30 minutes of that game was spectacular. It was one of the best Sounders performances I've seen.
We could have had 5 or 6
collectively.
goals potentially. Even.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Eddie's.
Better
Eddie
than
was
LA?
Great. No.
Thank you.
Different.
Different. Okay.
Different.
Different team.
But after coming off of the loss at Kansas City, the loss at San Jose, and then it was good.
Oh, and how about that? How about that
refreshing.
3-2 loss with the Timbers this weekend? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. The Timbers lost, didn't they?
Oh,
And Merritt Paulson decided to blow up all of his fans on the Twitter machine.
really have to,
We don't have our Twitter.
I'm going to leave it at that.
We don't have our Twitter of the week thing here, but boy, that would have been
Man.
an absolute.
I know.
What the
Listen,
hell?
I want to say Merritt Paulson played his fans better than the Sounders played Vancouver
Yep.
in the last 30 minutes of that game.
Now, real quick in the chat before we move on, we've got, Will Evans play like a right back position, and I thought when he played at San Jose as a right back, I thought that was in the U.S. Open Cup. I liked him back there. I think in the CCL
And he
game,
did in the CCL
he played
game,
back
too.
there. So I liked it. I thought he played pretty good. So I enjoyed him back there.
I think we got
And
to.
Gonzalez, I will say, Gonzalez.
played a
People
solid game.
don't like Gonzalez a lot for some
like
reason.
him. I love him.
I like
Leo.
him too. But he was solid.
Don't put words in my mouth, sir. I just
Mer-
wanted to get a word in
Merritt
edgewise. You
Paulson
guys
might
keep
buy
going now.
Ustream.
I'm back on to you guys.
So Merritt Paulson might buy Ustream and shut us down because we called him. Yeah, because we said he was bad. And then he's going to call all his fans idiots. And yeah.
Listen,
All right, so-
I'm no Portland fan, but can we
let's
stop turning the screw on them for a while? Let's talk about the home team.
Wait, you mean why would we want to talk about the team that's in last place in the league?
Because they're irrelevant at
It's a
this point.
Cascadia weekend review. Shut up.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Oh, by the way, with this weekend's win, that puts us at 4 points, which ties us with Portland for the Cascadia Cup.
And then Vancouver's on 2 right now.
Everyone knows
Vancouver's on notice is what they are.
Well, they're on notice. They are on notice. Absolutely. So, all right. Now, we want also. So we talked about the ref, but also the tifo that we are ECS pulled off.
Yes.
I thought
phenomenal.
ECS did a great job.
Yep.
I thought the color.
You're doing it wrong.
I'm sorry, the color. The color flare on the side.
Yes. Yep.
The stuff they did was beautiful. The only thing I wish was the Cascadia Cup was a little bit hard to distinguish. It looked good.
You
at
couldn't
the bottom.
infer it from
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
What cup is that?
Well, it didn't look like a cup from my section.
UEFA Cup.
Oh yeah.
2012 is
from-
visiting Seattle.
from the north end.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful view.
No, I mean
It was
all the
perfect
pictures
view.
I saw. I mean, I knew what it was,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of people, and I was, unfortunately, my section has like 16.
Half these people don't even know the rules to soccer that show up. So why are they going
You
to?
mean in our show?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Oh my god. You guys are awful. All right.
Tension.
Before we move on, I do want to say that we again rode the Berliner bus. we don't get paid to say in the Berliner bus, but riding the Berliner bus is wonderful because you can have drinks.
It's a short bus. You get to wear a helmet.
You do.
It's air conditioned.
Well, actually, you're the only one who wears
Leather
a helmet.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes.
You don't have to park.
It's $10.
If
Plus, if you spend $20 in your bar tab,
get that back.
You get $10 off.
So
And
it's a free
if you're a
ride.
responsible adult, they'll let you bring beer on.
Please retweet. Thank you, Lick It. That's good.
And come up from the south because you don't have to drive all the way to Seattle.
We should probably do a retweet again anyways.
I just did.
Okay. All right.
What are we retweeting, Lick It?
I think he's retweeting
Ban Lick It.
Lee
Ban Lick It
loves
from the
glitter,
chat room.
breaking news.
Oh, I do love glitter breaking news.
Of course he does.
Ban Lick It from the chat room until he makes another cool scarf. Get him out.
Oh, he's working on it. Don't worry.
All right, okay. I'll let him keep.
Oh, actually,
Lick It said he'll have another scarf out. No, I'm kidding. He didn't say anything. There was no breaking news there.
Thanks for watching, Lick It, Pete.
Like it's waiting to tell me I'm a lazy player.
Yeah. Don't worry. He'll be telling you. Okay, so
I'm lazy, but when I score, man,
So last
you love
game,
me.
last game of the weekend.
and then before we move on to our a quick non-paid ad for all of you to watch, then we move on to our wonderful guest who's being patient, listening to us.
He's like, I gotta go,
Talk
people.
like
Let's
idiot.
go.
Yeah, we don't want to wait too long, so he might leave. But
We're out of pocket on this. Okay?
It's a good thing we have him tied down.
exactly. Well, yeah, exactly.
You're
So the reserve game yesterday, I had family in town. I showed up a little bit late, so I'm going to give my view before I let you talk, Adam.
No, I don't want to talk.
I came in right as Mario Martinez was on a free kick, and it was a beautiful weighted ball in there. I wish number 47 yesterday had that opportunity to get
How
his
much
head
did
on
you
that
say
ball.
it weighed?
I don't know how much it weighed. I don't know.
I bet you it's about 9 pounds.
Okay, I need to get that cymbal sound in there. Anyways, okay.
This
So
is what happens when you don't let me talk. I get one-liners.
well, you're going to talk.
No,
in
I'm
just a
done now.
moment.
I'm done one-liner man now.
You're in one moment here.
Enjoying high def, kids.
All I saw, that was the first thing I saw when he came in, was seeing Mario and that beautiful ball he put in there. And then I was watching him play in general, phenomenal. So Adam, give me some of your thoughts on the reserve game.
The reserve game, first of all, it was amazing because there were a lot of people from Twitter and fans that we've
Yep.
gotten to know, and it
Yep.
was almost a party just in and of itself.
Absolutely.
And then, one of my favorite guys, Zach Kawani, ever since he's been hurt, man. He the first half he didn't get a lot of touches, and I was kind of worried a little bit. But in the second half, he dominated, and
Right.
I can't tell you how excited I was to see that.
I mean, what did I say to you at halftime too? That I was a little scared.
Stop
I was a little
drinking?
worried. Well, no, you didn't drink at all.
I know.
I was a little bit worried though about Zakawani because
Yeah.
he had a couple tackles come in and they
Right.
were a little aggressive. And
Right.
I'm not in his place. Obviously, I'm not an athlete, as you can tell. But I mean, to have that idea of that cleat coming into you, as a person who hasn't had anything happen to you, scares me. But then to think about that cleat coming in, and he had a couple tackles where it was cleats. It was, if not cleats up, it was darn near cleats up. He stepped over it. I felt a little bit worried, and I don't know if something at halftime clicked because he came out.
Well, I don't know if we can get into his head
No, I
psychologically.
can't. No.
But there was one tackle that was coming really hard, and he got the ball over the guy, and he
stepped
just
around it.
he just kind of jumped over him.
Yep.
And after that, I felt, oh gosh, he's not worried about anything.
No.
Now. If he's seeing that,
And he
and
took
still
off
moving the ball.
time
Amanda.
after time
Yeah.
after time.
And
in
his
the second
first
half.
goal was a burn. It doesn't get any better than that
Oh.
anywhere.
Yeah.
His first goal.
Oh, you do have a Twitter.
Just vintage.
It's what you dream of. And I used to be an athlete.
I haven't seen any
can't tell now.
videos that show his actual run up through midfield, but yeah, he just absolutely made a perfect run.
Yeah.
As you know, I was shooting film. I had my camera out again yesterday, and I was just trying to shoot. I couldn't on his first goal. I didn't get anything until after the result because I was so amazed at the run and everything. It was beautiful.
This is why we
It was
compliment each
beautiful.
other, because I was so sure he's going to score. I had time to get out my phone, flip the camera on, and right as he kicked,
I
as he
couldn't
struck it,
stop
I got it. perfect.
watching though.
Yes.
Because I was just so dumbfounded by
I
how
know.
beautiful it was.
It was.
It was Stevie Z again. It was
He
like
was so confident, and if you, and in the picture, I don't know if you've seen a picture of the shot, but as he shoots, the keeper's going this way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was too far away to see if he went or whatever he did, but the keeper went one way and the ball dribbled right into the far post. It was perfect.
But yeah, his second goal just showed you, what kind of quality he brings to the field. Beautiful, intelligent placement on that far post.
Speed kills, baby.
Just sitting on that far post, got the ball to come in the box, and just redirected it right to net.
Yeah.
there you go. Here, I'll do this for a minute. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I mean, and I got a shot. It's not very good. I'll post it tomorrow. I got a shot.
It's
out
so
of
not
focus
good.
a
I'll
little
post it
bit,
tomorrow
but
for
you see Steve back like this. The ball is hitting his foot as it's kicking in his second goal. It's out of focus, and I'm so mad about that. But it's still a neat shot to look at to see that.
Yeah, he's kind of off balance when he took the shot.
Right.
But he turned his hip over enough to get it right in.
That was going to beat. He was going to beat any keeper anywhere on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
well,
keeper. He had the keeper going the wrong way, like a penalty kick.
You look at
I mean, the keeper's going. I
you
love
look
it.
at the footage. There's not a Galaxy player within a 3-yard radius.
Exactly. No, there's like 3 Sounders guys around him.
Yeah.
And he picked it up and got it, which is beautiful.
brilliant.
Yeah.
And
so I'll shoot that out tomorrow because it's kind of a neat shot.
It took so
but it's out
long
of
for the
focus.
defense to even get back. Like he beat the keeper. He's turning away to the sideline, and my next picture was of him. And only then can you see the guys that he beat. They're like coming back, and they're all like, and it's like he beat them that badly.
Yeah, it was good to see Zach on this.
Yeah, he's ready. What you need?
All right. Okay. So.
Oh, that was Gravano. For those of you just tuned in,
Gravano,
that was
Kyle.
Gravano
I
Zero.
jumped into a
talking.
double shot there for a second, so I apologize for that.
And I'm off the screens, but you guys don't want to see me doing it. It's all right.
So I want to put BM Vaughn is not wearing pants. It looks like.
Really?
So,
Again? How many
tweet-
times
no-
is he not going to wear pants?
Okay,
Next week, if you want to be on Skype, we can put you on Skype and put a 4-panel up.
Here's a quick contest. First 3 people to tweet out no pants, hashtag IT bitch to Lee Rail gets a couple pins from the Sounders.
All right.
Boom.
Okay. With
Boom,
that said,
free shit.
bottom line is it was great to go see the reserve match. If you haven't been, it's at Starfire, which that in and of itself is just amazing.
We Twittered
Free.
you.
You have to pay for parking, like $5, so park farther away
Yeah.
and come back in.
Yeah. Well worth
gotta
the
go to a
$5.
reserve game.
You're welcome. It's well worth the $5. Get down there.
So, with that said,
Yeah. Cool.
We're gonna switch out. I'm gonna get
So
his
we will,
notes
we
up
will
here
be
real
in
quick.
touch.
Yeah.
We do this every week, every Monday.
Are they leaving?
So
There they go.
yeah. We have. If you guys
right.
want a podcast show too, we can arrange that.
1 second
Entire
here. All right, so then let's do this real
An
quick.
entire network.
Is it commercial?
Yes,
Yeah.
I need to get the commercial in here.
Thank you.
But I need your help real quick for 1 second.
Marketing man.
Good.
No, I don't need that. How do I get this back here, man?
They need help. We
What
have.
you need?
I need this to go back
We
to
actually have
wherever.
a social media manager over here, and then we have another
Okay.
one on the far side.
So guys, all right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to show you a quick commercial, and then we're going to come back.
You're welcome.
And we're going to have Mr. Dom come in here.
Very
and see
special
us.
guests.
Before I do that though,
What?
you weren't at the reserve game, but do you have anything to say about in general?
We'd hate to leave
Actually,
you
I was
out.
buying a washing machine, and I will say that I was hitting the pull down on my Twitbot, and every time Zach Awani scored a goal, I did say to my wife, "God damn it!"
Why wasn't I there?
Yeah, you just won the scoring belt from me, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, did I?
You
Already?
swore.
I just said, "God damn it!"
We're trying not
That's
to curse. Try not to curse on this.
Dom's not on yet.
We're just
All
trying
right.
not to curse.
Are we in?
Okay. All right. We're gonna do this real quick. Go to commercial.
Oh, by the way,
Thank you to Brasbit to make this.
The Berliner Pub would like to invite you to Renton's first annual Oktoberfest. Come on down for 3 days of pure German celebration, Bavarian style. We will have true German beers on tap, food, and Oktoberfest bands. The first annual Oktoberfest will take place at the Renton Pavilion September 28th, 29th, and 30th. The Renton Oktoberfest is a 21 and over event.
All right, we are back. Uh-oh, see, look at this. Trying to knock the talent out of the screen here. So,
The whole talent dynamic has changed.
right. So, we have, we have all kinds of talent here on the screen. Well, actually, there's probably real one talent in the screen.
Yeah.
The other two of us are the fake
Yahoos,
talent.
yeah.
Exactly.
We're all in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. So, obviously, for those of you who don't know, I am Aaron Riley, at Aaron Riley. This over here, this fine gentleman, is Gravano, which is Girvan 0. So Girvan 0. That's how it's called. Start calling you Girvan 0.
Gervin, yeah,
Gervin, whatever, Gervin. And this wonderful gentleman who's joining us here is Dom Dismuke. Dom, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. So, while I'm getting some other things up in the background here, Dom, just give us a little bit about yourself. Was soccer your first love? Have you always wanted to play soccer?
Well, actually, it was basketball at first.
Okay.
Basketball was my first sport, but kindergarten, I came home, told my mom that I wanted to play soccer, and she was a little shocked at first because she couldn't see me playing soccer, but I got into it at first, and then there just kept on playing. 18 years old now, going to college playing, hopefully, future, getting that shot.
That's great, yeah. So, tell us a little bit about your career, so to speak, on the future. You know, because we're calling you the future and all of the academy and U23s. When did you first get joined up with the Sounders?
I joined up with the Sounders 2 years ago.
Okay.
2 2 years ago, straight out of Washington Premier.
Okay.
We were in the academy over there, but that closed down, and basically Crossfire and Washington Premier and all the great other clubs in the state joined up and went over to the Sounders. So yeah, that really was what made us so great, combining both those teams. We had the likes of DeAndre Yedlin and Ryan Herman over from Crossfire, and then from Washington Premier, Darwin Jones, Sean Coley, Troy Peterson, just those type of players. Jamel Cox also.
Okay, so a lot of those players, you've been playing with them for a long time now.
Yeah. Troy and Sean Coley, I've been playing with them since I was 11. Stephen Bankson, Ike Crook, Austin Smith, like a lot of guys from the academy, I've been playing with them since I was like maybe 13, 14.
Yep.
So we've been together for a long time.
Okay. And so I'm going to say one thing here, and I'm going to let you ask a few questions too, because I said this when you were on as a guest a few weeks ago. I am a soccer fan. I've been a soccer fan. I would call myself a fan since about 2008 when the Sounders announced they were coming to the MLS. I was not my whole life a big soccer fan. I didn't play soccer, etc., but I become a nut. And anything I do, when I find something I like, I come into it and I just wrap my hands around it. So with Kyle here, he's really helped me see a lot about what you guys are doing and everything. So I want to hand it off to you for 2 minutes, ask a few questions, kind of give your thoughts, because I'm learning. I'm ignorant. I met you a few weeks ago. I don't know a lot about your history, so I'm excited about this because it's a great opportunity to meet you and see you, and then also for our listeners here to kind of get the same view. So, Kyle.
All right. Obviously, a lot of people on Twitter have seen you and Eddie Johnson interact. Can you kind of let everyone know kind of how that whole thing started? I mean, he's kind of taking you under his wing. It seems like he's kind of a mentor for you.
Yeah, the friendship with Eddie started actually 2.5 months ago with not my first reserve game, but the first game I scored in with the reserves against Vancouver. Saw Eddie in the locker room. We just talked a little bit, and then after the game, he ended up tweeting me, because I was already previously following him on Twitter, because I had looked up to him. And but he tweeted me and was just saying how I played a great game and congratulated me on my goal. And he started following me back also. And then ever since then, it's really just been a great little brother, big brother type of relationship.
Sure.
Yeah.
So does he? I mean, like obviously you just played in the reserve game. Do you get a chance to really talk to him afterwards? Kind of go over notes, or does he give you any tips on the game? Or?
Well, we exchanged numbers the other day actually, and I was just asking him a little bit of advice. He was just giving me a little advice on just like goal scoring and how he times his headers and stuff, just like little stuff like that, and just like to go back and reflect your game and just see what you can do to get better. And I don't know, well, when I saw him in the locker room yesterday, he was just, because I didn't get a chance to, I suited up, but I didn't get a chance to play.
Right.
But he was just saying, you know what, man, next time you'll get in. He's like, but I was telling him that I might not be able to play the next time because I'll be in with UW this week, hopefully.
Right.
And he was just saying, well, I got your number, so I'll hit you up, see how you're doing, and we'll just keep in touch from here on out.
Which I gotta tell you, that gives me a little bit of goosebumps right now. To hear that, and I said this earlier a little bit offline, I don't know if everybody heard that was watching, to hear that about Eddie, that's great. Because that is that, I think you tweeted hashtag big brother, little brother or something that.
Yeah.
That is great to see, because that's how you take someone who has the skill and knowledge here and bring someone like yourself who has that, the future talent, and gives you that little bit of edge, a leg up. And I love that. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, especially from a guy like Eddie who's got so much experience and going over to Europe, USMNT national team. That's some good knowledge to draw from. So
absolutely,
he's a great guy though. A lot of people didn't see that in the beginning, but they're starting to see that now. He's a great guy.
Absolutely.
I saw that.
He did. I'll fair to say I was not a big fan. I mean, I wasn't. I love Mike Casino. Nagel, I like they're great guys, but Federer White. But to see what Eddie has done and is able to do, and then to hear stories like what you're saying, that just warms my heart.
Can I ask you a question then? So you're kind of like a Chicago Bulls fan in the 90s who lives in Seattle, and after they started kicking ass and winning, then you became a fan of Chicago Bulls?
Wow. Is that for Dom or for me?
For you.
Oh, for me, no.
That's for you.
No.
I like the
No, he liked the Bulls. He didn't like Jordan.
Exactly. Until Jordan really performed, he got 6 rings, 5 rings. I didn't like him.
Back on track.
Okay.
That's some heat.
All right.
So with the UW season coming up, I haven't seen a lot of your academy matches. You're pretty big. Seems like when you got kind of a rival game, you really step up, and you've had some great performances, especially against like Crossfire. Last year, remember some memorable games, against Crossfire. Is there any game coming up this season in the UW that you're really looking forward to?
Really, the only two I'm looking forward to the most are Stanford, because we'll be meeting up with my good friend Kovar again, Aaron Kovar.
Also Academy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And he provided you with that assist on your goal too, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And the second one is UCLA. Since they made it to the Final Four, it'd be nice to try and knock off the top dog and
Absolutely.
see where we stand as a team and see if we can make that next step up.
So in the
national champs.
In the Pac-10, where does UW rank? I mean, again,
It's Pac-12 now, sir.
Pac-12, sorry. Jeez. In the Pac-12, where does UW rank in terms of soccer? Do you think? I mean, roughly, an approximation.
Well,
they
did,
top half?
They did really well last year. That's the thing. I think they had a record like 12-4, I believe, but they ended up missing out slightly on the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
But in my opinion, I think they rank in the top 3 at least.
Great. That's okay. Great. Now, who would you put in the top 3 then with them?
It would be UCLA, Cal,
okay,
and UW.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think the standings came out. They ranked UW 4th in the Pac-12 off of preseason. So
which is great.
So who was the 4th one? Stanford?
No, it was UW was 4th. I want to say Stanford was 5th or 6th.
Okay, so, and then who else would be in the top 3 then?
UCLA.
It was UCLA, Cal, and I don't remember the third.
Okay,
Cal State 4th.
It's all close.
Michigan. Is it Michigan in the Pac-12 now?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I think they did a swap, right? Didn't they do a swap with the Big Ten, which is now
It's
Big
Texas
11?
A&M.
So, Brandon's got a question for you, Dom. Tupac or Biggie? He asked the same thing.
Perfect.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. That's a loaded question.
It's tough.
Do you want to think about it for a moment?
No.
Okay, all right.
It's tough because they're both great rappers, but I always my personal opinion, I always listen to Biggie a little bit more because his flow and just the way he puts his rhymes together. But Tupac's good. His lyrical ability is good too. So,
Adam?
I have a real question.
I know, but I'm waiting to hear from you. Tupac or Biggie?
Ludicrous.
Dirty South, baby.
Oh, man.
All right, okay. So let's jump into some more stuff about what's going on.
Well, actually, we did have a shout out from Stefan.
All right.
He said hi to both of you. He wanted to make sure that I knew that you knew you were here.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank
you, Stephen.
Yep.
For sure.
Capital __ banger.
Yep.
17.
We'll get that. We'll get that on the show.
Doing his thing.
Twitter shout out from our star
I love it.
My best friend decided to give him
Doing his
Oh,
thing
nice.
out at
Now,
University
where's
of
he at?
Delaware.
He's in
Delaware.
Delaware.
Okay,
Delaware, yeah.
And then
Just giving
Justin's
assists.
is in Arizona, right?
Justin's down in Arizona.
Okay,
correct.
right. Yeah, okay.
I've already invited him on the show by Skype.
We'll figure it out. We'll get them on.
What's a typical day like for you when you're in training? When you're in full training, do you have dietary restrictions? Do you have like a curfew? Do you have and this is a question that people kind of have asked us. We also asked it, but a couple people have asked us. What do you think? What's your normal day like?
I'm still a kid, man.
Okay,
so-
all right, okay. So video games?
Yeah, dietary stuff is just pizza, cookies, just stuff like that. I mean, my body's still
Mine used to. I wasn't ever like you. I was never an athlete like you, but yeah, I got pregnant. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so whatever you want, basically.
Yeah.
Now, when you get into school, though, you're going to have certain, restrictions on your what maybe not dietary, but you're going to have restrictions on how late you can be out, what you can do, etc. Okay.
Well, that's a good question because I've never really asked anybody in NCAA type sports. Do they put a lot of restrictions on players?
I'm not sure. I believe they don't. It's kind of like academy in a way.
Sure.
Because we always had that little restrictions where we had to be in probably like.
So it's usually the
11.
day before a game. They a lot more. They want to make sure you're in there. You're focusing on what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. So
but through your normal week, you got practices.
Yeah, they probably don't bother us at all.
Cool.
During the normal week.
Okay, so I got a question for you here. Because this guy, Lick It, I don't know if you know Lick It P on Twitter. He likes to give me a hard time. A lot. That's just everybody, which is okay. But he wants to know what's under my hat. Do you have any guesses what's under my hat?
What's under your hat?
I think yeah. Go ahead. There's nothing there. That's why I wear the hat, because there's nothing there. I'll answer for you. Okay.
About 10 inches of receding hairline.
Receding hairline, yeah. Nice. And I just like my hats. So, okay, who is and/or was your biggest influence on soccer? Like when you started, you got into this. Obviously, Eddie's a real big influence in your life today, but like in general, when you think back, who is and/or was your biggest influence?
Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry. Okay.
Best forward ever play the game, in my opinion.
Okay. That's great. So now obviously having to go over here to the U.S. and be able to chance to see him potentially is good for you.
I haven't.
You haven't seen him yet?
No,
okay.
I haven't. Because actually, last year when we had a chance, they came here. We are able to sit on the sidelines for the Sounders games.
Okay.
And when he came here, we actually were in playoffs at the time, so we didn't get a chance to see him.
Okay.
So I got a question for you. Looking at a lot of the stuff about you, it looks like you had a lot of universities that were looking to recruit you. Everything from Wake Forest to a couple other top programs, but you just decided to go with UW. Kind of, what was the thing about UW that really drew you to that university?
UW's just been a school I've always been in love with. I've actually never gotten a chance to see the academy until I had my visit, or not the academy, but the university, until I had my official visit. But I don't know, just me and my family just grew up UW fans, and so that was just the biggest thing for me. And I mean, Coach Clark, he's a great coach, great coaching staff over there. Jeff Rowland, Brandon Friedel, I'm sure he's not there anymore, which I heard, but yeah, they all are just great coaches, and I felt that was the best fit for me at the time.
Great. That's great.
Plus, it's nice to get to stay home.
Yeah,
exactly.
Kind of like what we saw too when we were there. It looks like a lot of the Sounder staff gets a real good opportunity to give you a look too, which is a bonus. So,
absolutely.
With you, bold prediction with you getting on the U23 next year. It's kind of cool to know that you're going to be able to get looked at not only at your university games, but also when that U23 rolls around. So they can really get a good solid look at you and hopefully call you in. I know we had a question on there that keeps getting asked. People are kind of wondering what your major is going to be at the university.
Yep.
Sports management or business, because I want to be a sports agent.
Yep.
So you want to be a superstar, is what you're saying?
That's good money, yeah.
Because obviously one of the things is that I'm a parent. I mean, I bring this up a lot in the show.
Sure.
I mean, that's you guys follow me on
a
Twitter.
little too much sometimes.
A little too much. But to me, it's important. Obviously, with my kids, it's really a big focus for me. And seeing that you're doing well in school, you're going to take it seriously. That's great. Because soccer's great, and sports are great. But one day,
gotta have something.
It's gotta have something to fall back on, right? Exactly. I mean, I'm hoping for you, it's not like till you're 40, like Casey Keller. But at that point, you have something to fall back on.
Let's talk about that for a second. You're coming into a pivotal time in your career. This is the time when you are going to start getting offers from European camps to come into camp. How do you feel about that? With your eligibility your eligibility in NCAA, I mean, do you have any interest in going over to Europe if Tottenham were to call and say, hey, we'd like you to come try out? I mean, is that something on your mind?
Not so early in my career, no. Okay. I want to be on the Sounders for a very long time before I end up going that.
So that's a long-term goal for you?
Yeah.
Good.
That's great. That's great to hear. I mean, that's exciting, yeah. I mean, that's exciting to hear. Go ahead.
I guess speaking of that, who's a team outside of the MLS that you really like to follow?
Arsenal,
another Arsenal guy.
You got a rough week. Yeah, you got a rough week.
Sure.
Okay, so that's great. So do you follow anything else besides Arsenal, though? Do you follow the Bundesliga or La Liga or anything else?
Yeah,
or
Barcelona.
Okay. Yeah,
I love the way they play.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Sure. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, good football. I have another question. This is another important one. Garth Brooks or Toby Keith?
Whoa. What?
I'm going to say neither and say Johnny Cash. But
who wrote that in?
The gentleman right here to your left. He's a country fan, so So if the answer is no, you can say Johnny Cash, because at least that
that's a solid choice.
I wouldn't know.
Okay, you wouldn't know. Okay,
yeah. But I'd go by what I hear the most, Toby Keith.
Okay, all right. Because when I was your age too, I didn't listen to country either. But Johnny Cash, I couldn't deal.
Good choice.
We have an announcement.
Okay.
Maybe a Sounder watching on the 18th. Whose initials may be EJ.
Oh, really? Well, if you're on there, welcome in. Thank you, Eddie. We're glad to have you in there. If that's you. You hate me, that's fine. Well deserved. Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
As a guy who loves shoes, I got a question for you because you're kind of the one that brought me over to the Nike camp.
Wait, hold on, let me see. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, I got him on.
He always wears his Nike shoes.
What?
So.
What? I guess because you're a guy who's always worn Nike Vapors, the Mercurial Vapors. Every picture I've ever seen you playing soccer, you always had them on. What kind of brought you over to that shoe, or what about that shoe do you really?
It was Henri.
Henri? Okay. All right.
Okay.
I always tried to.
So now we're back to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Right.
I always tried to learn my game after his. So everywhere when I was a younger kid, see him do something, just go out and practice it. That's how I just learned everything that I do now, and then I would try and wear what he wore. So I mean, that was the biggest reason why I started wearing Vapors.
Yeah.
My personal favorite is your purple ones. I don't know if I told you that or not. Your purple Vapors from the Academy, those are great. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought you were talking about me and Tina in Italy for a second.
So obviously you've already answered both these questions. So Kevin Schultz had asked again, what Sounders players helped you most in your development? It sounds like Eddie, obviously, has probably been one. I mean, I don't want to answer for you, but has Eddie kind of been the most influential Sounder then for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then again, growing up, obviously your idol was Henri. So there we go. We answered that question. Anybody else have any more questions in the chat room here? Feel free to ask.
I like Brandon's question here. What are your feelings on the Super Cyan kid?
Me and Kyle were just talking about that.
Tell me you love
colors,
it. All right.
But the collars got to go.
Yeah, see, I'm okay with that.
I don't like the collars.
On the same issue, you've seen the previous third kit, the electricity, the bright yellow. What did you like that one?
I love those. I never got a chance to wear them though.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
I got a great question for you. As a forward, you want to be a Sounder. You know you have a reputation to live up to awesome goal celebrations. What are you thinking in your head? When you make the senior team and you score that first goal, what do you want to do?
I might have to go with what my best friend Stephen Bankson did against Crossfire. A little funny story. We were warming up, and he was telling me, "Man, when I score, I'm gonna take my shirt off and run over to the ECS." I just laughed. I was like, "All right, whatever you say." So he scored. I started laughing. We ran over, he took his shirt off, so I'm going to have to do that.
So you're willing to risk the yellow card?
Yeah, I'm willing to risk the yellow card.
Your boy Eddie did it too.
Yeah,
so.
And I'm behind it.
I'm willing to risk it.
I mean, sometimes it's worth it. So.
Two people in here playing the cover shirt?
So apparently, hang on, we've got a drink here for a second. Yeah.
Yes.
Cheers.
So they're both wearing their Berliner shirts, so they get to drink a shot real quick.
So we've got about 1 more minute with Dom here.
Yep.
Is there any other questions online?
I see Lickett asked a question here. I already know the answer. Alex Morgan or Hope Solo, but let me fix the question. Or Sidney LaRue.
Oh, that's cheap.
Wow.
I don't know, man. Because
now we're talking about which is the best Sounders women player, right? Is that what this question is?
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Which do you think is the best Sounders women player?
Man, it's funny because me and my girlfriend were standing outside.
Me and my girlfriend.
Outside the locker room, and Alex Morgan ended up walking by us. And her mom, my girlfriend's mom, went over and got an autograph from Alex. But it's kind of weird, though. I can't really. I used to have a big crush on Alex, but ever since I started knowing Servando, it's kind of weird.
Right.
Of course, yeah.
For sure.
Mean, if I have to go between Alex Morgan and Hope Solo, I have to go with Hope Solo. But you throw Sidney LaRue in there. That's my girl.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Happy anniversary to your girlfriend.
So, you know what?
Cap this off.
Yeah. One more question real quick, and then we're going to go off.
question?
One more question. Last minute question. If you could have a one-on-one session with any coach or player, what coach or player would that be? Where you got to sit down and any player, any coach in the world, and sit down and talk to them and get the guidance from them, coach or player, or if you want to name both, which ones would you do? I think that's a great question.
A whole bunch come to mind on the roll.
Yeah. I mean,
Right, exactly. You don't have to narrow it to one, obviously, in this case.
I mean, there's a lot of great coaches, but the biggest one that speaks out to me is probably Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
His long career that he's had at Man U.
Yeah.
He'd probably have a lot of knowledge of the game. He'd be able to help me out in many ways. And player-wise, Henri, of course, and Messi. Yeah.
Dude, that guy.
If you could speak English.
Well, we could get translated. Right? We can work on that. Yeah.
Hat-trick this weekend before the half was over?
Oh, I didn't even see it, unfortunately. I haven't watched.
I don't know. Another question I had. Have you ever played a different position other than forward?
I played a little bit of outside mid last year.
Okay.
A little bit outside.
Having to play behind Darwin Jones and Sean Foley.
Yep.
Coach tried to move me around a little bit, and I had to play outside mid.
Was that a position you were comfortable with?
It was a little challenging at first, but at the end, I felt that I picked it up a little bit.
Well, and you have speed, right? I mean, that's one of the things you have. So
Oh, yeah.
That's a good fit for you.
You're not a huge forward.
No, no. That's what's great about you. Is that you can do
I
that.
stood next to Eddie. Eddie is cut.
Yeah.
Eddie is ripped. You're not quite as ripped yet.
He's also 18. Yeah, he's also 18. But
Wait, you're
but he's more of a,
you're pretty ripped.
yeah.
I am.
But he's
ripped. I mean, everybody knows I'm ripped.
He's a right. He's a speed and skill player. I mean, you know, you see him out there. He's more of a speed and skill player. You know, he'll beat you with a run into the box.
Well, he's going to beat me, of course. I mean, Christ, everybody beats me. I play co-ed D, man.
He could probably let you drive your truck, and he'd still beat you. Yeah.
Well, I do have a question because no one's actually brought this up. I mean, well, good. You got the money. You've been with the team for a little while. You saw Zakawani through his entire process. Do you have a relationship with Steve? Do you have you got a chance to bond with him in any way?
I've talked with Steve a little bit, not like on the level of what me and Eddie have, but I've talked to Steve a little bit. He actually signed my grandmother's purse yesterday.
Nice.
She wanted an autograph from him after he scored 2 goals. No. No. But yeah, so no, you guys should be really excited about what he's coming to do.
So with his injury, and I know this is a hard question.
Yeah, move over a little bit. There you go. Beautiful.
This is a hard question. With his injury, you saw it. You were here. You experienced all that. Does that scare you in your play?
For me to get injured like he did?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, when you're out there playing, you don't really think about it too much, and that's what I'm sure he's going through right now. Like, he's probably, the injury's over, he's moved past it, he's played a few games, so I mean, he's probably just thinking, you know what, gotta just be confident out there, get back to my old ways, which he's doing, so I'm sure that's really what's going through his mind.
Cool.
So I gotta ask. My wife wants to know, what's your favorite video game?
You stole my question.
Was that your question?
I don't even play video games. I was just going to ask you if you play FIFA though, because I read about people play it like it's real life and they're serious about it on Twitter.
I'm not really a big video game guy anymore. I used to be, but back then it probably was FIFA.
Yeah.
FIFA and a little bit of NBA 2K.
Walking in the footsteps of Eddie Johnson. I don't play video games.
I'm a grown-ass man.
So with that said, I mean, there's going to be more questions. We'll get some more. If you have time, you can stick around for a little bit, maybe off over here.
But it is anniversary night, so if you got to go, man.
Yeah, when you're ready to go, we're going to get you out here at 8:30. I think.
Special thank you to Dom's girlfriend Sydney for letting us borrow him for a little bit.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Thank you. Wonderful.
On the anniversary. Yeah.
If you ever want us to contact you again, just say something on Twitter and we will just block her.
Yeah.
Actually, we got another question here that was funny. Bill.
Which one? Oh yeah, okay. Would you force a trade if you got picked by another team in the Super Draft? Like the Neil 10.
I don't know if
That's a tough question.
That's awesome.
that'd be a pretty bad rep for me if I did that.
Well, I would assume that we have.
No, he did not say he's a big S man, grown-up man.
No, he did not.
That was the knuckleheads over here in this video.
Yeah.
If you were listening and watching the show, you noticed he said he was following in the footsteps of
A grown-ass man.
Yeah. He didn't call himself that.
No, he
The
didn't.
band whoever
But if
said
he
that
did,
out
you know,
there,
relax.
but it's-
Back to the.
Okay, but do you want to answer that question?
That one right there.
Yeah, the Super Draft question.
I can't. That would be a bad rep for me if I did that.
Right.
But we all know in the back of my mind where
You want to be here.
I want to be.
Yeah, you want to be here, right? I mean, exactly. That's a tough choice. That when you have a dream of being somewhere, you do that. But at the same point, you want to be known as a player. Like yesterday, you were hoping to be called into the game, the reserve game. You didn't make it.
Yeah.
But the best part about it is that you were just so positive about being able to be out there on the field in the 18. I mean, to be able to suit up in the 18 is wonderful. Obviously, to be on the 11 would be great. To be one of the 3 that came in would have been wonderful. But you were at least out there. You were with the team. That team we started was darn near a first team.
It was.
For a lot of players. For a lot of
I
teams.
think that's why he's
Pretty solid lineup.
That's why I think he's such a successful young player too. Is because even though he didn't get time on the field, I'm sure you gained a lot of experience and knowledge just from suiting up. So,
right,
you know, instead of being upset that he didn't get in, you took advantage of the opportunity to really learn something. You know, and that's why your game keeps progressing every year. So.
I honestly think that's the great thing about the academies. I mean, and Sounders Academy in particular. I mean, you guys, Sounders Academy, you were U16 when you started the academy.
Sorry.
and I'm sorry, I'm off camera. But that gave you such an exposure to such great play. I mean, Casey Keller. I mean, when you were 15 years old, seeing Casey Keller in a locker room or just being exposed to him at practices, it had to be just an exhilarating. It got you mellow.
Yeah.
It had to be just exhilarating. I mean, I get all fuzzy when I see it.
I know, exactly.
Well, that 2010, 2011 Academy class has got some of the best young players. You know, I guess I'm biased, but some of the best young players in the country who make, you know, contributions to the major universities right now. You know, you got Darwin, Troy, Yedlin, you know, Steffen's out in Delaware now. You got Justin down in Arizona. I mean, you got these great players that really came up from that first year of our academy, you know. So, I mean, not only, I guess, first team players, but also the great young talent that he came in with as well. So. No.
All right, so
he still has 4 years of eligibility.
We're going up. We're going up again against time for you to get out of here because you have an anniversary to go celebrate with your lovely girlfriend. Well, I'm assuming lovely because I haven't met her yet, but she's been kind to let us borrow you. Do you have anything you want to say before we get off the mic? Anything to your fans here, people who are watching later, your family, anybody?
I just appreciate you guys inviting me on the show. You guys watching, it was just a great experience, and I had fun.
Good. Well, we thank you for coming on the show because obviously we kind of jokingly call ourselves the Drinking Man's Podcast. You're obviously under 21, so you're not drinking. We would never encourage that. We enjoy being the kind of the lighter side of the sports group, right? Obviously, we're not serious. We're not writers. We're not journalists. We can't run. We can't run. I try and run, but I'm not really good at it. We try and have a good time. But this whole future, the idea of the future and bringing in Kyle, Gervon Zero. Kyle. Bringing him in. He has a lot of contacts with you guys, and we are very excited to have you and all of the younger players in general, and Kyle, because that's experience. It's great, and it gives a chance to get a lot of information out there. So, thank you for coming on.
We're going to be watching you. We're going to have you back on in a couple months.
Yes.
We're going to ask you
to come back on. You may not come back on, but we love you. We love you.
Your name on the back.
Yeah. We're going to have pom-poms.
Yeah, I guess, make sure you follow Dom on Twitter. You know, kind of follow along his journey as he comes through. You know, if you can make it out to the UW games to watch him play, kind of get first-hand experience on him.
Now, the game Friday will be on TV, I believe. It's against Gonzaga.
On Roots, or?
I'm not sure what channel.
I think it might be on the Pac-12. They're new Pac-12.
Oh,
Pac-12.
So I'll look it up and we'll tweet it out.
Yeah, we'll tweet it out.
But in general, though, coming down, it's like I said, it's cheap to get down there. I don't know what the games are, but I think they said $60 for the entire season, if I recall correctly.
Season tickets,
I'm not sure.
It's fine. It's probably better.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good venue. It's good to go see a game. It was very nice.
So we'll keep on touch. Thank you very much for everything. Really, really appreciate it.
Man.
Thank you, Don.
And Kyle, thank you for everything you do too. Because again, the future.
You were here because of him.
Right. Exactly. Right.
No. I'm here because of him. That's
okay. Mutually, you're both here because of each other. How's that? Does that work out well?
Are we done slapping each other's backs?
No. Okay. All right. We're done. Okay. Thank you, Don, very much.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
See you guys later.
Yeah. Thanks, Don.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Berliner Pub would like to invite you to Renton's first annual Oktoberfest. Come on down for 3 days of pure German celebration, Bavarian style. We will have true German beers on tap, food, and Oktoberfest bands. The first annual Oktoberfest will take place at the Renton Pavilion September 28th, 29th, and 30th. The Renton Oktoberfest is a 21 and over event.
They can watch me eat.
All right, and we are back from commercial break. Thank you all. Adam's coming back in here. We have Lee.
Is this Adam?
Yes.
I have an iron bladder.
All right.
I need a
Doing
beer.
well. I can use a beer as well. All right.
I need a honey badger.
We are back. We are going to talk a few more things.
Danger.
Yes, please.
All right. Again, thank you so much. We're going to bring Kyle back on the camera here in just a moment. Kyle was a great, wonderful. Dom, I don't even know. I don't have words for it. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did because that was great. And it's our first chance to get somebody on here who actually has talent, even though we call me the talent jokingly. That was phenomenal, and I really appreciate you guys. The questions. If we didn't get
thank
to
you.
them, we'll do our best to get to them, or tweet them out now to #Sonarfeed, and we'll try and get them answered offline.
Eddie Johnson, if you're watching, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you, it's much appreciated.
Hi, Nick.
You're my hero. You're my personal hero, my personal soccer hero. I know that Dom appreciated you coming on, so thank you.
Okay. So with that said, what we're going to do quickly is just talk a quick preview of what's coming out this coming week.
Chivas.
It's a very quiet week.
The Goats.
Other than Chivas. We have the Goats coming in on Saturday. Not coming in.
Well, we're going down.
We're going to be at the Berliner.
We are going to be at the Berliner.
We will be here, so come join us.
I might not be. I'll let
Come
you
down
know.
instead of watching. Also, thank you to the
Hang on.
Academy
Hang on.
Live.
1 second. Go on the camera.
Oh, you were eating. I didn't want to put you on. You ready?
Here we go.
Okay.
Thank you to the Academy kids.
Perfect.
For logging on as well to watch Dom.
Yes.
You know, Stefan, Justin, anyone else who came on, I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Hope to have you guys on the show eventually too.
Yep, that's just so you guys know, we're going to go ahead and break the news now. I'm going to break the news.
What are you breaking?
Gervano, Kyle will have his own show on the on
The
our
network that's coming up to be announced soon.
But the future of the Sounders kids are all going to be Kyle doing his thing with us.
Yeah.
And we're really looking forward to it. So, Kyle, welcome to the team.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to learning.
And next time you'll be on a high-def camera versus this little
No worries.
one. But
So that I know I didn't talk to the boys about it, but that's a little break for you.
Yeah,
so
good job on that.
Yeah.
But it's-
asshole.
Yeah, we have a meeting after this.
No, I look forward to it. I look forward
Good.
to it.
So
No, it's good.
Let's talk about the one game this week. We got one other thing, and then we're going to go into a little bit of Q&A before we go to the post-game show.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we're running a little bit long today, but the guest was worth it, I think. So
Yeah, it was a great interview.
it was really what came out. So Chivas,
Chivas, we got predictions?
I'm not going to give a score because all he's going to do is say 2-0. I'm just going to say lights out. That's it. Lights out, lights out. They break their back, destruction.
I'm not necessarily
dismantling.
Do you listen to the show? Do you listen to the show?
I make the show.
But do you listen to it?
Yeah, I do.
Are we watching the same show?
I go home,
I don't think so.
make it, and then I go home and criticize myself right afterwards.
I said that I'm going to keep saying 2-0 until we get win 2-0.
Well, that
And that's
doesn't. You can stop that now. You can start saying 2-0.
Right. Go ahead.
No, you first.
Me first.
Why do I have to go first?
First.
Me?
See. No, me. I'll go
you.
first. Okay,
Come on,
so
Sandpaper.
I'm going to say that if we have the full lineup, which I expect we'll have the full lineup.
Wait, hang on. Remember, we're going into Chivas. We have Eddie on a yellow card.
Right.
We have Alonso, I think, is also on a yellow card.
Well,
or
he's always on a yellow card.
On a suspension.
He's always on a suspension.
Kind of bad.
I'm going to say 3-1.
3-1 is a bold fucking prediction, brother.
I know.
Wow.
That's what I was going with 3-1 as well.
No, you were way off.
Why is the
Thank
one
you.
goal given up? Whose fault is it?
3-1?
I'm thinking with Agudelo coming back into
That's exactly what I was thinking.
with Agudelo coming off of his injury, you got Angel. Well, no, you got Angel up front as well. I think with those two, one of them's going to get a goal.
Whose fault
No,
is it?
I-
Alonso? Is it no stopping him, or is John Kennedy Hurtado
No, I think it'll be probably off a set piece.
Yeah,
We seem to be giving up goals as of
That's
late
our
off a
number
set
one
piece.
way
So.
we're giving them goals. Right. That's what I was thinking. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Lee? Or do you want to? You're ready. You're ready. Go ahead. You're ready.
Games at HTC, so I'm going to have to go with a. I'm going to go 2-0.
2-0? Okay.
I'm going to say 3-0.
To who?
Sounders. SSFC 3-0.
So who do you think will, since we're tied, we're 3-1, who do you think will score for the Sounders?
I think it's going to be Eddie, Freddie.
Tifford's got a goal on him. Tifford has got a goal on him. He's going to open his account this weekend.
I'm going to have a hard time disagreeing with that. Eddie, Freddie, and Tifford.
I think Eddie will get a brace. And I think Eddie's got a brace, and Freddie will get a goal.
You know what? I swear to God, I will put that in. If Eddie gets a brace, I will be shouting through the entire town of Renton about how badass Eddie Johnson is.
I think he's got it.
He gets a brace. He is the leading single-season goal scorer for the Sounders team
We have a
ever.
good comment here that kind of plays into this. Daniil says, don't forget about Dan Kennedy. which I will agree, Dan Kennedy is one of those players.
He has been one of the best keepers of the season.
Kennedy's up there behind Tim Howard.
Right,
in the USMNT
right, absolutely. But Chivas, from the games I've seen, Chivas has been weak in the air, though.
But you watch
Eddie's clinical with his head, like headed shots. Dan Kennedy, if you shoot, headers tend to be a little difficult for a goalkeeper. So
3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Yeah. So I like Dan Kennedy. I think Dan Kennedy is one of those amazing stars.
Absolutely.
But I would also say that he's great. But with this team that we're putting together, it doesn't matter.
Well, you got
thank you for clearing that up. Alonso is not on yellow card watch this week, so just Eddie is right now, I think. So,
but you got to figure too.
Alonso getting a yellow card, taking someone out.
We now have Tiffert delivering service, and now we're going to see Mario in there. Mario and Mauro, which Mauro always connects good with Eddie.
Well, do we actually think Mario is going to start on Saturday?
No. I think he'll come in. I think he'll be a sub, but he'll be earlier than 60th minute. Yeah. Hopefully.
Wait a second. Hang on. You know Siggy's coaching the game.
Right. But as well as he showed at the reserve game, I think he wants, he might not be match fit for 90 minutes quite yet.
But he wants him in there.
Especially with what he had to show on the reserve game.
The CCL game coming up, which we're not going to talk about this week, but that's next week's show. We had the CCL game, and then we get into a little more match congestion.
It is.
Like we were. So, all right, so that's about, is that about all?
Can I give on a personal note what I'm excited about?
You can give whatever you want.
A person named Mauro and Mario on the team, from a guy who can't pronounce names right. This is going to be great the rest of the season. Mario and Mauro, and the various iterations of Tiffert and T-Fert and all this. I love you, brother. It's going to be so funny.
Tiffert and T-Fert?
Yeah, just keep watching.
That's what I'm good at.
It's a talent. Yeah, it's a talent.
Give him Smith and you'll get Smythe every time.
Smythe, yeah.
Well, that's a better name.
I hate you both. I hate you both.
Okay, so
riled up.
We do have a few comments though that people are being more realistic. I'm being a little bit of a homer. I think I'm riding a little bit of an emotional wave. 1-1, 2-2, etc. There's some validity there. I think there's definitely some good.
Right.
But I'm just
I see 3-1. I really do. I think with the way Chivas' defense has struggled, especially against the Sounders, for some reason we're just able to open it up against them. So I really see us being able to get at least 3 out of them.
We'll see how you conservative yell goals next week when we score 3 goals against the Chivas away.
God, I hope so.
We are working on a recap for next week, so we'll let you know if we find anything there. Bottom line is 3 points. I agree with that. So,
3 points. 3 points. All of us are saying 3 points.
That's all that matters.
Any other comments before we move on to the next segment?
For all the ECS members that are going down, traveling, SoCal Sounders down there, they are going to be in the house. They're going to be at HTC. They're going to be rocking it.
Yep.
As several people that have been at away games this year, we wish them the best. We'll be watching here at the Berliner Pub. We've got a few more orders of business. We know we're running a little long tonight.
We're getting close. So what we want to do now is we want to throw it over to Adam. Do you have your stuff ready there, Adam?
That's your sweet ass idea, right?
All right, so here we go. Adam, throw it over to Adam. We are going to do a quick segment on the MLS Hate. It was one of the segments that is kind of fun because we're not real.
Can you go back to the chat room real quick? Because I'm asking a question.
Sorry.
I want to see who has the hair trigger.
Okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
Who do you think won the MLS Most Hated by Seattle fans that watch our show?
Oh, well.
Hang on. That's easy.
No, I want to see types.
That's easy.
Who's quick on the draw? Anyway,
so what we did is we kind of put out this idea.
Whoa, there we go. Number one.
The M1. Thank you. You get a button.
We had 160 people vote on the re-vote for the 3rd week, which I think is an outstanding number of people to vote on a hated list. But it's a great list to look at. There's tons of people to look at it.
People love hate. Hate sells.
It does. Hate sells. So Adam had the idea of let's put this out there, and Lee and I both said we don't hate people.
No.
We like people.
We love people.
We don't know why you have hate in your heart. You should have love in your heart.
I have love in my heart, but hate sells.
Well, fair enough. So anyway,
a lot of people because they voted on it.
Yeah, and I do agree. We'll come to that in a minute, Brandon. That's great. We do have Steven Leonard running away.
Over the whole week, Steven Leonard easily carried 45% of the hate through every round and the final round.
Yes.
44% is the actual number he ended with.
Yep.
He tripled the near next vote, basically, which was Jeff Lorenowitz. And I think people just voted for him because he's a ginger. And I don't like that. Well, actually, I'm okay with that.
I took you off for just a moment. You can eat. All right, so
so you can swallow.
You can swallow your food there for just a moment.
Appreciate it.
I will tweet out the final top few of the votes in the picture so you guys can see what you guys all finished with.
We are looking at the idea of what next to do, and we have a comment here about the most loved non-sounder, the former non-sounder, etc.
Sure.
That'll be in the list here.
But we actually think we have something better than that.
Yeah, for right now, because people have asked a lot. They want a most hated refs.
So this is there was a night about two. Well, hang on a second. There was a night about 2 weeks ago. That we were in a bar in Kansas City.
We were.
The three of us and a few other friends in this revolt. And there was a certain referee that came into the bar. Yeah. Actually, there was two of them. Ricardo Salazar and Michael Kennedy.
Yep.
And this really spurred us to really dig into a lot of things. So, Adam, I want you to go ahead and present what our next poll is going to be.
It's MLS Ref 8.
MLS Ref 8.
I want to say one thing though about it, if I may.
Oh no, yeah. There's the same rules that we had for the players. The players we dislike. If you don't like, hate's too strong a word for you. We are only taking submissions from viewers, and don't come bitching a week later when you're like, how come so and so isn't on the list? If you don't submit them, they don't make the list.
So how do we get them?
Tweet us.
Hashtag Sonarfeed.
Hashtag Sonarfeed. Hashtag.
What we want though is we would like
a reason.
We want to see the name of the person.
Research.
Yes. Because I have some data and I have some opinions that Salazar, I don't like Salazar. But
no,
I
actually,
don't like about Salazar.
I'll take emotion too, though. I mean,
emotion's fine.
Yeah.
But what I want is emotional or a reason for it.
I would love reason.
If it's a straight up emotion, vote and say it in the tweet, please.
Why do we hate Salazar from 2009? I'm not going to say it right now. You know why, because I told you.
But also balance that again. We have math on his record. Balance that out. Tell him right now. With the math, he did his research.
It's 8, 5, and 4.
So why would we
hate
him?
Where we said.
So we have a couple of methods to get this information to us. You can hashtag Sonarfeed. You can @Sonarfeed on Twitter. You can call our phone number, which is what? 425-390
something.
It's on
3365.
3365. 425-490-3365.
No problem.
Fuck!
65.
425.
390.
4365.
Am I the only one that has a tattoo on my wrist?
Yes.
Get on that.
Okay.
Get that shit. Call us in. Dial it in. We have a new Facebook page.
But we want your feedback. We want your involved.
Get it to us. All right.
With that said, we are going to our last segment. We are interested. Do you have any final questions? Anything that we didn't get to? Anything that you want to ask us?
If you want to see Adam's big 10-inch, let us know.
No, not really.
Oh, so now we can go dirty?
No.
Dom's gone.
Is Jason Buzzard still in the house?
All right.
I would love to get feedback during this week about how better the video quality was, how better the stream was.
Audio, please.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can get that information from those of you who have watched the show before, we would love that.
Yeah, or the big 10-inch. I'll send you a button.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kyle, go ahead.
Yeah, or feedback or thoughts on our interview with Dom, or what you'd like to see, or any critique or.
Other questions that
yeah, the one thing that we have is that they have a karaoke that comes in at about 9 o'clock, and so about 8:30 they shut the lighting down, and that really made a difference here. And that's something that I've noticed as well. Thank you for commenting that. But that's something that's going to be worked on as well.
We can bring in some lights.
Yes. Not only can we bring some lights, but Dennis, who is the owner here, has said that he'll help us out whatever we need for that. So we'll work on that for next week, because I agree. The cameras were better in general. This camera here is not very good. I apologize.
We're working on more technology. As you guys have noticed, we've invested a lot in technology over the last couple weeks. So
out of pocket, we make nothing.
Right.
Just like the
hang on a second. Address Berliner's foundation issue.
Because it looks like we're off-center here? Yeah, that's a camera issue.
That's an eyesight problem. You have a problem. Why don't you fix your eyes?
IT, that would be quote-unquote, or not quote-unquote, how about hashtag IT bitch fail?
Oh, shit.
I told him to fix it, he said no.
This is an IT problem, so let's fall into the hashtag IT bitch fail.
With that said, unless you have any last questions here, we appreciate everything you've done by joining us today, and we're going to go off here momentarily. We'll do our quick little ending, and then we'll come back for a post-game uncensored look behind it.
Very uncensored post show.
Mostly Kyle just eating his pretzel.
Pretty much.
Yeah, as soon as Kyle's finished eating his pretzel, we'll get on the high def.
By the way, the food at the Berliner, excellent.
It is.
Just need to, yeah.
We're not even lying. We came here first because of the food. We shoot the show here because of the beer and food and drinks.
And they have Golazo.
Yeah, they have Golazo.
They do have Golazo here.
You can have a monster pretzel and Golazo. Amazing.
Lee, I hope you have money for that, you asshole. If you're just showing that, the marketer, the pipe fitter, is going to fit something on you.
I know.
Okay. All right. With that said, then, no last questions. Thank you all for joining us.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We appreciate it.
Critique us, seriously. Hardcore critique us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Constructively.
No, even harshly.
We didn't see any rules, did we, Charlie?
Wrong, sir, wrong. Wrong, sir, wrong. Wrong, sir, wrong. Wrong, sir, wrong. You lose a contract signed by him. You get washed. You get sterilized. You get nothing but pay. You lose. Wrong, sir, wrong. I said wrong, sir, wrong. You get wrong, sir, wrong. I said wrong, sir, wrong. You lose. Black and white, black and white. All there. Black and white, black and white. All there. Black and white, black and white. All there. Clear as crystal. You lose. Good day, good day. Nothing. You lose. Get 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 nothing. You get nothing. You get nothing. Clear as crystal. You lose. Black and white, black and white. All there. Black and white, black and white. All there. Black and white, black and white. All there. Clear as crystal. You lose. Pax mentis incendium gloria culpa memo bis punitor della casta etc. You're a swindler. Wrong, sir. Wrong. You're a cheat. Wrong, sir. Wrong. You're a swindler. Wrong, sir. Wrong. You're a monster. Good day, good day. Nothing. You lose. Get 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 37 deep. Full static copy. 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 You stole nothing. You what? You stole nothing. You what? You stole nothing. You what? Chocolate. Wrong. You lose. Black and white. Black and white. All there. 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 Mr. Luca. I said. Mr. Luca. I said. Mr. Luca. I said. Mr. Luca. Mr. Luca.